What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video on my channel, and today I'll be talking about the most overpowered 100k squad, the best 100k squad you can use in FIFA Ultimate Team across all game modes. That includes FUT Champions, FUT Rivals, playing against your friends, etc, etc. And trust me guys, in my opinion, after testing it myself, this is the team that can actually compete against squads which have been built using FIFA points. But here in this case, you just have to play for a couple of weeks maybe to get those 100k coins if you're a beginner, and this team can actually compete with those squads, and you don't even have to pay a single penny of your real money. So guys, let's get started. 100k squad for FUT Champions Weekend League that I could figure out according to my knowledge, and it's really very good. It's cheap and the quality of the players is very good. So now let's just straight away get down to talking about the players. Now our goalkeeper is Areola. So Areola was one of the players that a lot of pro players used for the first round of qualification to the FCCs and everything. So because of the squad restrictions, and he was the apt goalkeeper for an 82 rated card. He's a total beast, and his reflexes talk about how good he is. Now talking about strong links, this guy is from Real Madrid, French, so the links are pretty good to the next player that we're going to be talking about. So, and he's really good with his reflexes, so he's the kind of player that you should go for. Now talking about Eder Militao, now I have a UCL card with me right now because it's an untradeable card for me that I packed, but just to show you guys can go for the gold card. Now talking about Eder Militao, guys, in the starting of the game, this was one of the best centre backs in the game, hands down, when nobody else had the coins or whatever to get better players, better centre backs, and everybody who's in an RTG was using him. And he's really good. He's fast, he's tall, and you guys can see his stats with the right chemistry style, which I would suggest to put Shadow on him. He would become a really good centre back. 81 rated. It's just on paper, so I don't think so. The price, the rating is justified for him, for the kind of player he is. Now let's look at the other centre back. He's really good, Lucas Hernandez. Now he's from Bayern Munich, French. He's tall, he's a left-footed guy, so you get the combination of Eder Militao as a right-footed centre back and Lucas Hernandez as a left-footed centre back. Now talking about Lucas Hernandez, you guys can see from his pace for a centre back, he's really fast. Defensive stats and physical is pretty good too, so I think probably putting Shadow on him would be really good. The reason I haven't put the chemistry styles on these guys is because I'm not using the squad. I have my own squad, which you guys have seen in the previous videos. So this is the squad. I bought these players just to show you guys. Now getting down to Roussillon. Now Roussillon is pretty good. He gives a strong link to Lucas Hernandez. Left back, really fast, as you guys can see, a French left back. The other French left back is Mendy, but he's not worthy 23k if you're looking at a 100k squad. Otherwise, Mendy is one of the best left backs in the game. Now as you guys can see, his stats are a bit okay in defense, but I think with, again, putting Shadow on him would be really good. Basically Shadow on all defenders is the best except for Semedo. I feel Sentinel is the best for Semedo. Now Nelson Semedo, guys, he's the most OP right back in the game, overpowered right back in the game after Kyle Walker, Mbabu and all these cards. But Nelson Semedo is somebody that I've been using since 639 games, as you guys can see. So he's in my main squad as well, and he's really good. He's fast, he gives that strong link to Dembele or any Barca player, and he's pretty good with Sentinel. And as you guys can see, it's very clear that the defending increases by significant margin. He doesn't need pace, so don't put Shadow on him or Anchor on him. It's better you guys go with defending and physical, which is the Sentinel and chemistry style. Now talking about the other CDM. Now if you're looking for a budget CDM for 100k, Vidal is the best guy to go with. Now again, I have him as untradeable. I packed him in one of the La Liga upgrades. He's very good. He was one of the cards that I was using in the starting, so trust me guys, go with him. He lacks a bit of pace. I would just tell you guys to put Shadow on him again because his other stats are very good, and with Shadow he becomes really good, especially if you're looking for a budget CDM from Barcelona. The next upgrade could be Frenkie de Jong if you increase your budget to 150 or 200k. Now let's talk about the other CDM, Allen. Guys, Allen is somebody I've used for a long time. This card is only 55 because I packed an untradeable while I had the Allen myself. So that, I think I've played about 300-400 games with Allen, and he was really good for me. As you guys can see from the work rates, medium high work rates, he's very good defensively. With Shadow, his speed goes to what, like his acceleration and his sprint speed is above 90, like 80 90, and that's what you need in a CDM, right? You need pace, while the defending and physical is very good again. So as you guys can see on the top right of the screen, that chemistry style is Shadow. This is where you actually see where the chemistry style is written to people who don't play the game that often, as you guys can just see from the top right of the screen. Now again, let's talk about our wingers before I get into the striking positions. Ousmane Dembele, guys, he is so good in the game. He's the cheap Neymar, 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, left footed, and this is one of the players who gives you a strong link, who's very cheap now. I bought him for 43k is because I bought him a long time ago, but now his price has really dropped down, and you guys definitely can buy him under 100k. Now talking about his attributes, he is so fast. I don't know if I should put Hunter on him or not. I just put Hunter on him and I kept going, but he doesn't really need pace. What he needs is shooting. What he needs is a bit of physical. So you can put Deadeye on him. I think Deadeye would be a good chemistry style, so I think that's something that even I realized just now. Talking about the other winger, Douglas Costa. Now under 100k, guys, Douglas Costa is really powerful. He's again a 5-star skiller. His weak foot is a bit of an issue, but he is so fast down the wings. As you guys can see his pace, you don't need to put any sort of chemistry style related to pace on Douglas Costa, even on Dembele for that matter. I would suggest you guys to put Deadeye because his finishing is poor. So you need to use him on the wings more rather than to get him involved at more central role. Rest, the agility, dribbling is very good. The work rates are good as well, high, medium. So you guys will definitely benefit from him. Now talking about our strikers. Now if you were playing a 4-4-2, which I will talk about now, that Dries Mertens, guys, high-low work rate, so he's a striker, he doesn't really need a defensive work rate. Now this guy is one of the best strikers in the game if you're looking at under 100k again, because he's fast, he's clinical, his rating is very good, he's 87 rated. You expect such strikers in the starting of the game to be at least 100-150k. Now his sprint speed, acceleration is pretty good, his finishing is already very good. I would suggest you guys to put a speed card on him, a pace card on him, which I would suggest to put either Hunter or Hawk. That increases his physical as well if you guys put Hawk on him. Now talking about Insigne, guys, another guy who gives a strong link to Mertens and fits in very well because of the chemistry. Insigne is somebody who you can use on the wings. This guy is very small, he's about 5'4", 5'5", his agility is on another level, 94, he's very agile, he turns quickly. Only issue is his stamina, which I didn't talk about for Douglas Costa and Dembele as well. Stamina is a bit of an issue, so if you guys have some untradeable players or some cheap wingers in your reserves or in the squad, you should keep them handy as soon as they get tired, but these people are very effective when you start the game. As you guys can see, the ball control, dribbling, everything is really effective. So in a 4-2-3-1 formation, if you go by it, I would suggest to put Dembele at cam, which I'll show you guys now. So guys, this is the team that you should be using in 100k, and it's very powerful. This can get you easily elite if you are a decent player. Trust me, I'm gonna start playing with this team in a week or two, and I will show you guys the results because this team is very fast and very effective. Now talking about the formations, getting into the detail of the custom tactics. Now if you guys plan on playing 4-2-3-1, yeah, just ignore the tactics, just don't look at the tactics. I haven't set them, I've only set the formation according to the way it's supposed to be. Now in this formation, Insigne and Douglas Costa can be interchanged if you want to have that right foot cut in combination and left foot from the right, like Iron Robin used to do. Everybody knows about that. And Dembele at cam because 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, guys. He is, like I said, the cheap Neymar, and Neymar is supposed to be the best cam in the game, best gold card in the game, except for icons like Pele and Cruyff and whatnot. Now instructions, you guys can check out my other video for custom tactics. You guys can see all the custom tactics and instructions that you would need to see in such formations. Allen and Vidal at CDMs, they're pretty solid guys. You should definitely keep them as CDMs in all sorts of formations except for the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation that I will talk about later. Fullbacks, as you guys can see, Roussillon and Nelson Semedo. Hernandez is left-footed on the left, Militao on the right, and Areola is of course the goalkeeper, and Mertens is striker. Pretty solid team. Now 4-4-2 is another formation that you can play with. Now in this formation you have two options to play in Insigne and Mertens, both Napoli strikers, and they're really effective. The whole front four is so fast. I would suggest you can tweak up a bit if you want Dembele because of the 5-star weak foot in place of Insigne. You can go with him because a lot of the game has not been kind to the players. A lot of easy chances are being missed even on the strong foot of the players. So it's better to have a weak foot at striker. I would suggest that you guys can think about that. Douglas Costa always on the wings. Dembele and Insigne can be switched because both of them are fast. Now talking about 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, guys. This is the formation that a lot of people tend to play because it's close, it's compact, right, and quick passing. So especially with a team which is this fast, I think it's good to play with one-touch passing. You go with Mertens and Insigne again at strikers. Dembele at cam because of the 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves and good work rates. Douglas Costa on the left is because if you want a player to go ahead in the box from the left, being a natural left-footed player, I would suggest him to be there. Otherwise, if you have an option of getting a centre mid into the team, then instead of Douglas Costa, you can just sub on any CDM or any centre mid that you prefer. It would work in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation. Vidal should be at CDM holding, and Allen should be the centre mid because Allen is much better than Vidal in terms of going forward, in terms of being speedy. Rest of the team is the same. Now talking about this formation 3-4-1-2, guys. Now this is a formation that you can use if you're losing or if you just want to play for fun because it's a 100k squad, right? So this is the formation I would suggest. Roussillon, being a left-footed guy, left back, he should be at LCB. Hernandez a centre back and Militao at the right because Militao again he's fast, he can play on the right hand side. Allen and Vidal again centre mids. Dembele at cam. Mertens and Insigne as strikers, Douglas Costa, and Nelson Semedo is up top because he has 4-star skill moves and he's got good work rate even going forward. So this is something you can use. Now guys, this was the team that I spoke to you guys about, and it would definitely help you guys in the weekend league. Trust me, if you don't want to invest FIFA points, if you have less coins, 100k, just 100k you need to go absolutely berserk in the weekend league, and it will definitely be effective. I've tested these players individually, not collectively. Like I said, individually I've played with each and every player, and all of them have been superb for me, and I cannot wait to try them out in the upcoming weekend league or maybe the next weekend league. So guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do drop a like, do subscribe, and I'll be coming up with a lot more videos for you guys. And trust me, use this team and do let me know in the comments how does it feel after the next weekend league. I am sure that there will be suggestions from you guys for some other better players, that there are some key players missing like Ben Yedder and whatnot. But yeah, do definitely try this team out and let me know how it goes.